You know, as far as winning the world championship,
he would leave a shot basically, and 31.
Now, this is closer to the double now than the prior roll was, but
yeah, it certainly makes it much easier to bring these things home. My question is like, if you bring this checker to safety, does it become a pass?
yeah,
right?
And it's a small double at this point.
Right, but
And
we can see why. So the
Yeah.
question of market loss really has to do with like, okay, this would be a cube if doing something like this would end up making it a pass, right?
Right.
But because he has this 608 contact, black is always going to be able to take this position for quite a while, I think,
And
right?
black has the goalkeeper hanging around back there,
And
too,
he does
but-
have the goalkeeper, which increases his winning chances because there might be some awkward rolls that land in this space here or might be forced to hit back here in the future, giving him a chance to win that way.
Go. XG. Massive take. ZZ.
Oh, and double fives.
Yep.
So this should make the 1 point. This clears this point far away, brings it in, and points on this spot over here, which solves two of his biggest problems, which is how do I get rid of this and how do I get rid of that guy? And now this would have been a massive pass, right?
Yeah, I was going to say that was a prescient comment, MCG. Said market losers are giant doubles, like 5-5.
Yeah, well, 5-5 wasn't a large portion of the sequences, I guess, but it did happen.
It happened.
I guess he could have just as easily had rolled maybe 6-3, or maybe that was a more likely scenario.
Okay, so Sebastian has to navigate getting these 4 boys home, 5 boys home. Zdenek has no timing problems, so he just hopes to get a shot.
Yeah, I mean, he does get some winning chances trying to clear the 8 point here over this anchor and this other gap. So some games can be won here, which is why these holding games end up being much stronger when the 7 point is made as well. Those are much harder to take. On white's next roll, he could leave shots with numbers like 6-1 or 6-3. Six-4 though, just fine.
6-4 works well.
Paul Swain in the chat, nice to see you. MCG, how are you? Jonathan Hardigree.
Look out. Doesn't do everything. Catches him up, but he's still well behind.
Pick and pass. This stops black from having another good double 6, right?
But look, XG wanted him to take both off, although it was a thin decision.
Double 5 here. Six, 3. Does he want to enter, Bill? Okay.
He preferred not, but
Yeah. I think he would prefer to have stayed on the roof
heavy
if
odds
possible.
to have entered, so we're off and running.
Seb starting up 2 points. I'm sure that makes him happy. Turn the score, though, that's for sure. Can't forget your wins. Double 4s. Blitz. Making both interboard points. If Sebastian fans here, this game is over. That is not a legal roll. He enters, okay.
Yeah, which 6 would you like him to shoot at?
Well, I'm not coming off my anchor, I'll tell you that. So we're either playing this or 13 to 7. And I
Yeah.
like playing with only one
I
blot.
like playing with one blot. Playing
Seem-
to the 7, he would have had 2 blots. So
Seems much easier to survive if I get hit. Do you think?
No, I don't.
No, if you do this, you're
like
getting the
this.
cube for sure.
But you'll see these players, they're thorough in their analyses. They want to make sure they overlook nothing. Double and a huge take. Sebastian barely let it hit the surface.
Two, three seems like a pretty clear play. No reason to leave another shot somewhere. He's just trying to extract the back checker and bring the everything else to safety.
There's the forward anchor.
Yeah. I mean, I have a hard time not playing 13-7 here, even though I know it leaves a direct shot. It just makes me feel bad about my future chances of winning this game by putting a checker on the 2-point. Something like 13-7 plays fantastic when he rolls like 1-4, 1-2, you know? These sorts of numbers, you can then use these builders to start to attack this back checker. I mean, if he hits you, but...
You seem to have developed quite an affinity for our new toy there.
This is my favorite one, Bill. Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it. Hey.
That's my new favorite one.
Are there any, is there a bomb dropping or something?
No. We're leaving sensitive times, Bill. Sensitive times. No bomb dropping. None of that. Yeah, and I mean, since Zizi just escaped himself, this seems like the only play. I mean, I guess you could play 14-10. It does look close, but I certainly wouldn't want to be sent behind this this structure.
I'm a BG here. We need to have a poop drop or a bomb.
No, we have
bad, rolls.
We have this one. We have this one. Arr, 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 arr.
Okay.
Oh.
So what is
I guess one of the funny things about this is that if he rolls 6-1 specifically, he has to hit you. Isn't that funny, Bill?
that is cute.
If he rolls 6-1, he has to hit.
He has to hit, and all he can do is pretty much is lift. Well, he has to hit. He could go 4-3, I guess, but only play with one interior slot.
What if he rolls 6-2, Bill? That's funny too.
6-2 is cute. There again, I think he'd play with one interior blot. So, but let's see what happens.
Because if we split off and he rolls 6-1, he's forced to hit. If he rolls 6-2, I mean, what's he going to do? The 6 has to come down and he can't hit you. I mean, he plays the 2 here, then it'd be a double shot. I mean, he's like, it'd be like a triple shot from the roof.
Yeah, I don't think he'd live the triple shot, do you?
Well,
maybe he
6-2.
would. Three
No,
blots.
well, no, how could he avoid it?
Play 4-2.
No, like if we split here and then black rolls 6-2.
I know. Well, he doesn't have a 2 at all. Well, you could play 4-2. Okay, here we go. Does he roll one of those numbers?
6-5.
Not yet. But Sebastian can sustain several rolls before.
5-2. Probably just.
So ZZ gets another chance to roll one of those disastrous rolls.
Yeah. I'm just saying some of them would have been worse if he were worse for black if he were here. Just looking at black's bad rolls. He'd be forced to do things when black had 2 blots in his board that he did not want to do. Or 3.
right, CMC, worthy of a final, but one of them is going home after with this single elimination format. So this is going to become intense and more intense as this match progresses.
One. Yeah, I think we keep this spare right where it is, and then we just move this checker here and play that one there.
That's a good line, Carson. Both of them said someone said they brought their lucky hats, and Carson said, well, one of them's going to be selling a hat in a couple of hours.
For sure.
Okay. Z has little flexibility there.
I see this isn't a Kangol. We can tell now that he was wearing a Prada hat. It's product placement by Zdenek Zizka. So will Seb be up in the race after this play?
What does he want? What is the 1, 2?
1, 2. And then he can go and make the 1. You see, this isn't really under much threat here, so leaving and not
being an annoyance.
Being anchored is fine, yeah.
Kind of like a forward goalkeeper.
I kind of like this idea. Just making a 5-point board. Staying back there on the 20 as a bit of an annoyance. It forces Black to tiptoe and be wary of leaving shots all over the place, whereas if he just came around with both, he could start laying anything he wanted down in the outfield, and he'd be able to access the race much easier. But this makes Black's life tough still, while still doing good stuff for your own position.
Now, I might have mentioned while we were pondering here for a moment, over on the stream, too, we have a great match as well. Tony Bernaba versus Gaz Owen, both GMs. Gaz from the UK, Tony from Lebanon. And there again, great pairing. Somebody goes home early.
On time.
Oh. Tony Bernaba, Gaz Owen. That's worth viewing too. So
yeah, it's a fantastic, but don't turn away from us.
No, you can watch that one on
replay
later. But you're going to have to allot a considerable amount of time for Backgammon today, because we'll have 2 more. What will that be? Round of 16 matches at 10 p.m. tonight. It's one thing, Sebastian is not averse to investing a considerable amount of time in what is likely a very critical decision in this game.
I mean, these are the spots where you want to spend your time, right? You want to spend your time in spots where the result really, really matters. And this is a very critical point in the match. Like, the next few rolls are really going to determine how well you're doing. And now he has a shot, right?
He has to lead the shot.
So it's fantastic that he stayed back. So now he has the opportunity to roll a 3. So he's currently holding
it. Why does he leave it 3-way rather than coming? Oh, it's a 5.
Yeah, he rolled a 4-1,
I was thinking
right?
it was a 6.
And so now the race is even, right? He can access that race. He has 12 numbers that can hit, which of course are going to end the match. And I think one of the key features is noticing that black's board is busted, and even if you don't hit now, a lot of opportunities are going to present themselves in the future as well. So Seb has a really, really, really strong cube here just based on the 12 hitters, and I guess 6-6, 5-5 as well. These sorts of numbers that will also help him out in the race.
You know, Seb once told me, because he's like Victor and Mochi, he's one who's very prone to letting himself get down to no time.
I find myself, I call this sometimes like sinking into a hole where you just are kind of studying a spot so much you don't even really realize how much time is coming off the clock. And then you look up and you realize 7 minutes are gone and you just went,
look
oh,
at his
man.
intensity and concentration here. Tara ought to give us that Magnus view on that. But
I also get short on time, Bill.
But Sebastian once told me he loves to play with little time because then he doesn't have excess time to sell himself on something stupid.
That is true. That is true. I mean, I personally only play blitz matches when I play online, like really fast speed matches, just so I don't talk myself into doing stuff that is dumb.
Yeah.
And it really, really helps my PR. Come on, Seb, give him the cube. We have 11 direct hitters plus 2-1 for 13 numbers there. We also have numbers like 6-6 and 5-5 that also help him out in the race.
There
Let's go.
So I think if this in play,
I think if this cube were in the center, he would have done it immediately. I think he was just reconsidering the fact that
nice take by Z,
that he was up in the score, holding a 2 cube and giving a recube to 4.
So he can't escape. So no sense moving it out of there.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I would slot the point.
Yeah, and then go 11-9 to give a 6 cover.
Yeah, whatever. Either. Bring this in. That looks efficient as well. That, too, is perfect to cross over in without wasting anything.
So
that's good for the race crossing over because that is what this might turn into. 3-1 would be the best number here. This is also pretty good.
Not bad.
Seb is up in the race, and there is some stuff bearing down on him, so I think he does need to escape now.
Need to leave town right here.
Yeah, you'll be up 8 pips after the play with ZZ on roll, so your race is doing good. It was actually not a bad roll, even though he would have gotten a direct shot. Actually, he would have been on the roof. He would have been hit. 6-3. (5-3) just slots the 5 point. ZZ's going to need some big numbers. I would put this checker on the 5.
Yep, just in good practice. He's playing them as singlets rather than as pairs. So
yeah, that's
helps enable you not to make a mistake.
Exactly. Blunder avoidance, doing the most important ones first, the ones you know you want to do, and then figuring out the other ones afterwards. 5-2. 6-3. Yeah, I would play from one of these stacks, but I'm sure this play is fine as well. But I think
not a big difference.
No, of course not. But generally, you know, you're going to roll a couple of 6s throughout the game, so it's all right.
Okay, so he's about to put this baby away.
Five, and this 4 fills in the deuce. 3-2. I guess you just play 6-4. You're going to need massive doubles to win anyway. So you might as well make sure. But I mean, it's so unlikely that he's ever going to get a chance to win this game. It's not going to matter much. But if anyone knows what to think about in this situation, it's Zdenek Zizka. 6-5, and this game is over. Seb takes an early 6-point lead in the 17-point match.
Zip lead. But
very strong.
It is a long match.
He
So,
did sneak that 4-cube in a really good spot. I could tell when I started looking at it from a player perspective that it really was just probably the recube at the score, leading, giving it to 4 that he was really most concerned about, you know? He didn't want to have to eat an 8-cube, and so he was just making sure that it was good enough. Very well played by both players.
see what that score is.
What was this?
Ooh, 8-4 Tony Bernaba next door.
Did he just split and slot? I am very confused.
Wasn't
But I think-
expecting a first row blunder.
Yeah, well, I think ZZ's just trying to take this into some deep waters, maybe. But unfortunately, I think Seb is a very good swimmer.
Has his floaties on, not prone to drowning.
Yeah, I mean, ZZ can do what he wants. I think he's earned the right. He's got more hardware than anybody, so. I mean, you should be allowed to make a fun play every now and then. You can't play like a nit all the time just because the computer's watching, right?
Well, and the world's watching. I mean, he's like it or not, and I think he obviously probably likes it. He's one of the biggest names, if not the biggest name in backgammon right now.
Having an alliterative name helps a lot, I'm sure.
That's
It's a catchy name.
a catchy name.
Could you imagine if Zdenek Zizka's name was like Bob White? That would be ridiculous. No offense to any Bob Whites out there, you know?
Yeah.
Six, 5. Yeah. I could see this. Since there's a blot in his board, he's considering doing this and then using the 5 to slot the 3 as an option here.
And worried to do that. Well, could entice Seb to give up his anchor, which
Yeah, there was
then he
some
goes for it.
there was some 3 duplication to hit and the cover as well. So these are all signals that that type of play is okay. Of course, he saw it, looked at it for a moment, and decided to go with the best play. Yes, in Cyprus, someone says that they have almost 300 and do triple elimination, but I'm sure the matches aren't 17 points in length, right? The match length here is what makes this tournament very special, I think. There aren't many tournaments that have matches this long on the tournament schedule, are there?
No.
No. Yeah.
Pardon me.
I like this 2-down play by Seb, better than hopping off your anchor. Usually, like, 2 blots in the board isn't really a reason to hop off a more advanced anchor, like on the 20 or 21.
Insta board for Z.
Double 5s, and he just brings this all
move
around.
for Seb.
Depending on what black rolls, there
Oh,
could be a
here we
cube,
go
but
again.
no, this helps out in the race a lot.
Oh,
Might have been okay to go to the 1 point with one of them, maybe down and then to the 1. Seems like a reasonable option as well. Because you might be here for a minute.
very, very thin double here, and he finds it.
Yeah, well, I guess that roll allowed him to take. I guess otherwise it might have been a double pass. You'll notice that this here is like 7-away contact, so it's not direct, meaning it's going to be difficult for him to hit this when he gets a shot. So he's taking based on how close the race is. You can win these games from contact equity or from racing equity. Sometimes you're buried by a lot and you need a shot to win. Here you don't. You could just roll better numbers than the other guy. All right, ZZ needs a 7 to hit this. 6-1, 5-2, 4-3. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. 3-1. I'd still probably just go to the 1 point, by the way. I don't want to be forced off my anchor with my next 6. So I would just slot the ace, personally.
Another 6-4.
But Zdenek plays backgammon better than me, so I'll take his word for it. But if he runs off with a 6 now, it's going to feel a bit funny. Or 4.
Well, you say where there's a gap, there's hope, and when there's 2 gaps, there's more hope.
Yeah. Some pick and pass numbers here, and he rolls one of them, the 3-1. So if he fans, it'll be much easier for white to get home. He enters. (6-5), no shots.
Okay, one number to
6-1, 5-1, 4-1 actually.
Bed.
And double 5s. Oh my goodness. Sebastian Wilkinson is taking a commanding early lead in this match. Playing exceptionally well. Whoa, how about that, huh? 8 point, what is this, 8-point lead? Right away.
Bit surprising.
Yeah.
For either side, it would have been surprising, I mean. So, but that's why we're playing to 17 points.
Exactly. I mean, right, if we were playing a 7-point match, this match would be over already. But in a match of this length, there is time for ZZ to correct the luck that's gone against him. We saw it in the last match we had here where, you know, Ali took a commanding lead and then Ryan was fighting back and had a chance to win at the end and got unlucky to lose.
If you get way behind, it's actually easier to catch up than it is for the first guy to have gotten that big lead in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, it was lucky for him to catch a 12-0 or 8-0 lead in a spot like this, right? So, I mean, why couldn't it go the other way?
Yeah, and if it's late in the match and he's way down, then he's playing with the cube almost in every game. Now, he did get in an early cube here.
We hit. We make the 5. Three, 5. Yeah, I mean, 13-8 seems like the reasonable play, just kind of playing from the stack of checkers here, just evening out the distribution, putting another spare checker on the 8-point.
KG has entered.
Double hit seems reasonable.
He agreed it was maybe a bit too desperate, that early cube, but at only 8-0 down in 17-point match, so.
Wasn't too bad, though. Just a 3% maybe, 4% wrong, right? Nothing crazy.
Now, the telestrator this year is great, and actually you don't see it, you see the end result, but the actual execution equipment is much more straightforward this year than it was last year.
Yeah, this is great. It looks like we have an iPad Pro here. We can see the board actually moving on
See,
top of
last
the
year it was on
iPad
a
screen.
graphic
Yeah, I remember that tablet.
representation.
It was harder to use. This is so much easier.
Now we're up to 637 viewers, 311 likes, which many of those predated from the first match today. But be sure and hit that like button if you haven't done so yet.
Yeah, I mean, this play is difficult for me because by moving this anchor to the 18, it just looks like all of these are going to start attacking me. So I understand ZZ's apprehension for moving to the 18-point anchor. Just looks like I'm going to get blitzed on the 4-point.
Cup of water, preferably with lemon, but I don't really care.
And 3-2. Interesting. So we could run all the way, or we could point on the 3-point. It's nice that both plays are close because I like both plays.
As more pondering is going on here, I'll segue to the side for a moment. I don't know that you've actually heard this either, but next year the UBC contest is going to have 4 regional sites: USA, Europe, Middle East, and Far East. Thank you.
Is the USA tournament going to be held at your tournament, Bill?
The USA part of it is going to be held in Texas.
Hey.
So the 4 winners, the winner in USA, the winner in Europe, winner in the Middle East, winner of the Far East, all come together at the World Championship to determine the finalist of the UBC contender competition for a later final against ZZ, 2-time defending champion. And that USA UBC regional thing, you don't have to just be from the USA to play in it. So you can be from elsewhere. I know
So
Chris
you can
Rogers.
have multiple tries?
I'm not sure
get
of
in?
that. I'm not sure of that.
You can be from Europe, travel to the Texas tournament, play there, try to win there. If you don't win there, play in the European one. Travel around, go to Japan. Although I wouldn't say Japan is the most lucrative way to try to enter, trying to beat those guys over there, you know?
So but I do know I asked the one question specifically because Chris Rogers said he's coming to San Antonio next year and he wanted to know if he could play. So I went and asked Mark, and Mark said, yeah. And then I was talking, Johan Banel is coming to San Antonio next year. And he had some interest in doing that. So,
All right, so he has to leave another shot, which is, of course, annoying. So we clean up the blot. And what other ace do we have, Bill? Anyone? Anyone?
ace of your choice.
Well, that's the only other one, right? We have no other ace after we clean up
no
the
other
blot.
ace.
Well, then it's the only
and
play.
you only want to play with a single blot.
There you go.
That's it. Now, if he has to hit you with a 3, he has to give up the anchor to do it.
Yep. Two six. This is not a great shot, but we're gonna hit loose on the 4. Well, if he can avoid getting hit back with a 4, Seb's going to be in a really good spot. 2-3 gets to cover. I guess that's a pretty good roll, entering and covering.
9, nice shake.
Yeah, 5-4 gets to cover the open 4-point. And double 3s, okay. So this makes the 5, and I guess maybe it also makes the 1. We could play down and slot the 1.
Permutations here.
Could also play down and then just slot the one so we don't leave a direct two shot. I mean, getting hit and being sent behind this structure again seems pretty bad.
This time the interesting little complicated play is in ZZ's side of the board, so he's going to have to invest a bit of time here. Met typically is real good about hitting the double plus analyses on the top 2 or 3 plays. He didn't for whatever reason there.
ZZ's ahead by 10 minutes on the clock right now.
Look at those nails, would you? When he had his hand up by his hat there. Olivia and Hannah have been having some fun painting ZZ's nails.
It's important. It's impossible to hide your hands. It's the only thing we see. Five, 4. Just gets to run out.
Jailbreak here.
ZZ needs a 2. He rolls 1 and the 5 as well to hop out from behind the anchor. That's a super joker.
Essential joker there.
That fans. Another 5 would be really useful. 3, 6.
It's allowed, Chris, but it doesn't count. I don't know if you could knock a checker off the bar with your roll. I said, sure, it's allowed. Doesn't count.
4-1 fans.
Look at that XG analysis. Sebastian came with his A game this afternoon, didn't he? A game and A luck. Well, we tried to create the best of all worlds, Chris, with the Magnus Cam, and still you got to have the board insert, the live board insert, but we're still polishing that.
5-4. I'd probably just go all the way. This duplicates the 2s. Only 2-1 and 2-2 hits back. The other way, it would have been a lot more. 4-1 fans. 6-5 makes the 8 point.
Okay. Well, Z could conceivably get well back into the match here.
Six, 3 closes the point. And with all of these checkers out here, Seb could lose quite a few gammons if he doesn't enter quickly.
Yeah, because he's got, what, 8 crossovers just to get those existing outfield checkers in. So if, well, Z only gets 1 off before he has to break the 6, so.
2-3 fans. Double 2s, okay, and just clear the 5 points. Seb needs to enter and start moving around the board pretty quickly. He's going to have a chance to save this, and he doesn't. Double 1s keeps the 4-point board. Keeps Seb on the roof.
A certain G now.
6-1.
Okay, he's out of the chute, but too little too late, I think.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad. And this looks like the end of that. It's going to need to start it off with double sixes, and that is not enough.
They have 2 sets, 2 large sets. Okay, 8-4. Z back in the game.
That's one way to make up an 8-point deficit, right? Just win a gammon.
There you go. You know, his prior round, I think I told you about it. And Z was 12-12 to 17. And one on an 8 cube, double sixes. A single on the opponent's ace point, rolled double sixes and put it away.
Wow, double stick.
Speaking of double sixes.
Great shot from Seb. 3-1, I would just make the 5-point. There's no need to clean that up. It might actually help you a bit if you get hit there.
It actually may help you recirculate it.
He's done this, I think, twice.
Points, huh?
Yeah. 2 down. 6-2 will hit that outside checker, but that's about it. This double slots both inner-board points. Yeah, this might be a good play. I think because of the 2 blots in Black's board, he can play a bit more aggressively here to try to give himself good distribution.
You see the 6-1
yeah,
hit,
yeah,
but
6-1 does hit.
Dare not hit.
I don't think you can
over
hit. Oh, wow. Bill, you talked me into not hitting. You talked Zizka into not hitting. Look at this. Wow. He's going to hit anyway, isn't he? Because of the blot and white's board.
Went to the...
Oof.
I like that, Chris.
1-6 misses both. (6-5) can make both points. Seems like a good thing to do since your opponent is on the roof and they might try to hit you there. You now go from a 1-point board with 2 blots in it to a 3-point board. That can't be bad. At 4-1. Seems like I would enter low and just cover the 4-point. Entering high when you're down 40 pips in the race just doesn't seem like a good idea. An anchor sounds like a great idea, though.
Yeah, absolutely. He very likely is going to need that anchor. Okay, 6-3.
Yeah, this just comes around. There's no other play, really. Two, 1. One, 5. This hits. If he wants to, I would look at it first, but is that bad? Wow, it is bad. Sheesh. So bar 27-6 was the stronger play. That is tough. I sympathize with Seb there. I would have had a hard time not hitting. All right, 2-4. This is, wow. You could make the 4, you could hit, you could make the 18. It's just so many plays. It's like, what was that cartoon when he was just like, which way did he go? Which way did he go? Do you remember this? I don't know, man. Which way do you go here?
I'm not sure. Sebastian's apparently not sure.
Yeah. I mean, this stops a lot of the nonsense. It plays with the fewest number of blots. But it's hard to not want to do something more active. But this does, as the leader, make a lot of sense.
Anyone knows Seb's average PR in the tournament so far? I do not,
No.
but very likely it is quite low.
Yeah, this is a terribly difficult play. Trying to decide what direction you want to go when there's a million things that look okay. And when you look at XG, it kind of feels more confusing to me. I mean, I don't know. It's just so difficult.
You know,
I mean,
and it's pretty.
This too, you want to play like that so bad. You really do.
Yeah.
But everything else is so loose.
It's amazing to me a bit that it's so definitively one roll.
That's what I mean. I mean, every other play is an actual blunder.
Yeah, I'll next break I'll ask Mehmet what he's doing in there. He's usually real good about doing the double plus.
Yeah, maybe he's used to his computer not being able to handle it. Oh, nice play, Seb.
Those machines we have in there that he's doing the transcription on are extremely fast, so not a problem to do the XC double plus, and he's usually very good about doing it.
Two, 4. Just making the inner board. 1-6 is forced to hit. So this is what Seb was hoping for when he stayed there, that now he enters low and gets another opportunity maybe to potentially create some havoc. I don't know. I guess also just making the 4-point was really good since there's 2 back checkers on the 24 lot. This is really good. I think Seb's game is fine. X4 just comes all the way around. Maybe you can hop off, but maybe not. I would probably just come all the way around with the idea of like making the 5-point. But Seb has the right idea by looking at just making the 14-point. I would almost feel like waiting till I made the 5 to think about coming off the 18, so I can see that's tough, but they're very close.
Hey, Lydia. Huh?
And 4-1, maybe we just slot the 5 with the idea of giving a cube next roll. It's a very, very straightforward and good play by Seb here. Now that he doesn't roll a 4, I guess we could offer a cube on the off chance we roll a 1 or a 2. And look at this, we still have a take because Black can give him hell when he tries to do this. And I guess 6-1 and 6-2 don't even cover. And look at that, 6-2, 6-3, how that plays, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 6-5. There's going to be maybe double shots here, plus this will still be sitting here. And so when he's deciding on whether or not he wants to take or pass this cube, of course, what else would we think about besides our opponent's bad rolls, right?
Thank you. Sorry? No, I don't care.
'Yeah, that pass totally seems reasonable. I mean, it's hard to look at all the sequences that do just correctly make the 5-point.
Kind of the coordinator.
3-2. I think the split seems like a good play here. 3-2, double hits, I think, or we...
Well, that's
Sweep the leg, Bill, sweep the leg.
instructive and kind of a tempo type. I mean, these are just a good constructive as well as a tempo hit, I think, to hit both. Amazing to see Seb miss that one.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it allows Black to consolidate, you know?
Right,
so
right.
sweeping the leg, taking away the full roll of just entering from the roof, you know? 5-2 hits outside. It's a fantastic shot. 3-6 anchors, and how far are we down? Should we just come down or out? I'm not really sure.
Now he's hitting the double plus. Or you
Good.
hit plus.
And 4-3, look at that. Got another shot. Yeah, slotting the 5 had to have been right next game. I mean, I seemed like the only available play because it allows you to just turn the cube so efficiently. When missed, the other side had 2 blots in his board as well. So, I mean, even getting hit really wasn't the end of the world, but 4-2.
Probably.
6-2 looks like a good spot to make the 16-point, even though you can see that like every time you have a stack of checkers like that with a 2 to play to hit, this is something it feels like you want to do. 2-6, this enters and hits back right here on the 7-point. 3-6.
Nice. Now Seb needs that. He needs the bar or he needs a 2 or both. There's
I like this play, just running all the way.
goes all the way.
Solves the largest problem he has in the position, which of course is that back checker. And if he can get away with him not rolling a 4, but he does.
And they cover.
He gets to hit and cover. Seems like a pretty good thing, huh?
Usually, ands are pretty good.
Yeah, sure. 3-6 hits back, not to be outdone.
Hold my beer.
2-5 establishes the 18-point anchor. Black is doing okay again. And 3-1 just makes the point on his head. I saw the 4 up. I thought that maybe he was going to get hit, but it doesn't work here. I think we should wait to double until we clean that checker up for sure. Because if we don't get around safely, they might have, you know, like 6 numbers to hit us from the roof, which is like, I don't know, 16.5% already or something like that, right? So, I mean, what are we really missing out on? Even if we bring that checker around safely and he enters, he still has a take, right? So I'm sure we can wait for a better spot. But I think Seb is just counting the race. He'll see he's only up 12 and he'll wait, right? So this gets hit with 1-5, 2-5. No, what did I say? 1-3, 2-3, 5-3, 5-5.
Not a 5-2.
A 5-2. I guess we'll enter low.
Keep that. I think he's got to enter low.
I don't want to get hit with any of these builders there that are looking at the 5 points. I'd rather stay clear of them. Yeah, I mean, I don't love going 6-1. 7-2 seems like it would make better structure in the future. It also brings a checker in, which is good. In is good.
I don't know.
Oh, he's thinking about coming out.
I don't think he should be uncertain.
Yeah, I think you can afford to be a pain in the butt by staying back there. I like this play from ZZ better. Three one just makes the 2. Black's gonna sit there for a little while longer, hoping to get some sort of shot. Nothing yet. Just 13-4, leaving nothing. 6-3. I think we just play maybe 13-7, 6-3, or we can play 2 down. 2 down's probably a little better. Yeah. No need to have a second checker sent back.
Anyway, so take advantage of it now.
Maybe it's just better to make the bar as well, as far as your containment is concerned.
Others never take. No double take, bud. He's putting a good think to it.
Yeah, I mean, so he's up 12 pips. He's looking at the shot. You know, maybe if the 3-point wasn't made and the 5-point was made, maybe this hit would have a bit more value. But also, he's up by 5 points in the match score. So maybe he's looking for a bit more of a race lead. He's only up by a little more than 10% here before offering this cube. There could be some bad numbers like a 6-1 or something that might leave a shot. 2-6.
Okay, that's pretty much got to do that. Now he's sending it.
Yeah, now he offers this cube. Seems fine, and now Seb, of course, hopes to roll a good number to help bring this home. Think it's possible we just switch and then go to the 9-point here. Seb is hoping black is forced to enter high and not low, which would increase the contact value, and he does. So he has to come out, and so now this is really good for white.
Going to the ace, personally, although XC likes to go to the 3, but very, very thin differences.
8-3 seems like a decent point to slot.
Yeah, but he's hoping to not have any hoping not to have any contact where he needs the point on the 3.
And double threes. Is this right? Yeah, I don't know if you need to make the 1 yet. 1, 2, 3, and maybe slot the 3-point. Be better for when you get a shot later to have that filled in. This is okay too. 5-4, okay, 2 down, yeah? Is that right?
Pay now?
Well, I just want to look at it for a sec. So if we do pay now, how much time do we have? I guess we could do this for a sec.
And he's got to play in the interim.
Yeah, just trying to see how much time he has. It's possible we don't have to pay now. These are tough, but that's what he's considering. He's looking at this right now, just paying off to the ace. And he does it, so now he has to cross his fingers. And he gets missed. But he picks up 16 pips in the race, so now he's only down 2 pips. Or 1, and then I like 2-1. This is good for the race later on, and hopefully your next 3s and 4s will fill in this gap here. And the 4 does this, and the 2 can come in. 3-2.
Very close. 1 pip.
4-3.
First off. Does that count?
Yeah, that helps. And Seb does have the lead in this race right now. He's doing good. 5-2. 6-2, okay. 4, and the 3 fills in the gap on the 3-point. And this takes 3 checkers off.
Well, there's a lot of misses in both of them's future, probably, although not nearly as many any longer in Seb's. But seven checkers,
But we can see black is going to have trouble just rolling 6s and 5s the rest of the way.
yeah, although could just roll 6s the rest of the way, you know? 6s and 6s. 5-1. Uh-oh.
Oh, double 5s. CZ needs to start off with double 6s right now. Well, 5-1, okay. He has one more.
6s next roll, provided he gets the next roll.
Just boxes.
Yeah, just boxes.
And, oh, the first 6 up.
Okay.
Sebastian Wilkinson taking a very strong lead in this match so far, leading by 7 points.
And 11.5 minutes left. So he's used about 2/3, almost exactly 2/3 of his time, and he's roughly 2/3 of the way there. So on course, timing-wise, or time-wise as well. No re-entries or anything of that nature. It's the field is set. So you lose here, you go to consolation or so forth, but you have lost your opportunity to win the world championship. For some trouble here.
5-2.
Gets away without it, so slide the 4th. About all he can do.
Yeah, it's about it. 5-2 runs this all the way.
Gaz didn't roll well, nor did ZZ.
White is doing good, but I don't think good enough at the score to offer a cube. I hate, you know, when maybe I reach a position that might be a double for money, but like while leading a bunch in the score, I don't love doubling when I'm still stuck back here. I miss, the guy covers, hits me, and then all of a sudden this stuff starts to happen.
4, does it not?
Does make the 4.
Step up.
Yeah, I guess you can get away with that.
What do you think?
Wait, hold on. Go back. You could make the 5 and the 4?
Did make the 5 and the 4.
You could make the 5 and the 4. You could make the 5, and then you could make the 4. That seems pretty good.
Pretty good.
Then we got one more, and the question is, do we want to lift this guy or do we want to do something else, right? 5, and then, yeah, we're picking up both, though. I think the hard part about this is not picking up both, is that leaving it here and then stepping up is actually the better play. And I think that's the hardest 3 to find. The hard part, though, is that when you do this,
what happened? Tara, we have telestrator, not working.
Just the pen, I think.
Maybe
I'll put the pen back up here and let it charge
or something.
Then I'll take it off and try again. Yeah, there we go. I just put it back in and now it works again. And then the cover, and then I think the hard part is that last 3. That would be the sticking spot for me. And to be perfectly honest, I don't know if there's much of a chance I find this play.
Hey, look at this. Double pass.
Yeah. I mean, how does Black win this game? It's going to take a miracle. I mean, Seb enters, and then what?
Yeah. Z has to recognize that. That's a relatively straightforward position, I think. So it's a huge pass.
It'd be one thing if Black had some sort of priming position, but nothing is going to be able to contain White's checker. He's going to enter, he's going to hop out. You know, you're going to hit him or you're not. If he does, he's going to enter and then hop out, right?
And you're going to hit him or not.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to run out of ammunition.
Yeah, and you're going to be blitzing him, and if he hits you back, you're just going to get gammoned.
Okay, so 12 for Sebastian.
Ah, yawn there. They caught me.
Oh. You didn't make the mistake of eating a burger there this afternoon, did you?
What happened? Oh, yeah, that burger was delicious, by the way, and this makes the 5 point. You take advantage of the blood in their home board here, and you can get away with doing this.
Oh.
I like this play. 6-4. Just running out is a decent option here. Twos are duplicated to hit and cover, which seems nice. 6-4 can just what? Slot the 7 now as well? Yeah, seems pretty forced. And I like forced plays. I can play those pretty well.
Your specialty is.
Yeah. And another 6-4. So he can hit and come out, but at least you have these 5s and 1s from the roof to hit back and send another checker. There's the 5 and the 3 can just come down. You could also maybe get away with 6-3, but this is also okay. It misses. Or 5 brings this around safely. And yeah, 6-1, I guess we could hop out and just, what, play 6-5 or something? Yeah, I don't know.
Hop out 6-5. Looks fine to me.
I guess you're only down a pip after the play, though?
Bury one, but I don't like burying.
Well, I don't, people don't like the word bury, but I understand that the race is within a pip, right? And I guess hopping out allows them to hit you and maybe you lose ground in the race because of it. So I can see why they're playing 21-27-1 just to try to preserve how close the race is. But it would take knowing what the race is over the board. So I'm sure Seb is counting, making sure he knows what the race is before he hops out, right? Yeah. Five. I guess we'll start with those two. And do the middling play of also coming down. I like this. Probably just play 13-6 here as well. I don't see black attacking here. Doesn't seem necessary, really. Plus, he'd have no real 3 to play anyway. Five, 4. This could just cover. I like this play. And double 2s makes the point, comes down. Really good roll from Zdenek Zizka. 5-5.
Better roll by Sebastian Wilkinson. That very likely saved off a cube.
That's for sure. 5-3 makes the point. Okay. Seb is just getting an assessment of the race again. He sees it's really close. Not the race, but the equity between double take and no double take. It's very close to a double because he's only holding contact 4 spots away, which means he could clear this point immediately with a number like 6-5, which means this contact value is a lot less from here to here than it would be, of course, if this point were further back somewhere. Four 2 makes the 5-point board. 5-5, it just brings everybody home, and this game is over. Five, 4, and that's that.
Oh, wowza.
Yeah. I mean, this would smell like a time for a break for me.
He's a young man with a strong bladder, you know. He can go going, but
Yeah, but it's not about the bladder.
show
It's
your
about
age.
how much you can take, you know?
Step away if you need for a moment. I don't care. But it's wow, look at that. +6 luck.
I would have to step away because apparently people don't like watching you cry on stream. Yeah, so there's a question in the chat. Can the 4-away leader still double relatively early? And maybe at some 4-away leading scores, like 4-away, 5-away. But here, when you're 4-away and your opponent is 13-away, they are going to give that cube back to you so fast, and those gammon wins are going to be worth absolutely nothing, and you're going to be stuck holding a 4 cube. So I would wait still in gammonish spots, I think. But as we can see, ZZ smelled a little bit of a gammon early in this game and gave him the cube. And so Seb will almost never give this cube back until this game is virtually lost for the other side. Okay, so what are we doing here? I mean, the basic play, of course, is just to step up and clean up the checker, trying to play with only one blot, trying to escape. But it feels a little bit ugly, stacking 6 checkers on the midpoint and stepping under the gun. But everything else you do leaves 2 blots, which seems a bit worse and doesn't help escape. So seems okay. 2-2. Just enters and just makes. Ah, no, you can hit, actually. Yeah, that might be better than making the 11. It gives them the opportunity to stop them from rolling a 6 and keeping you trapped in there.
Or makes the anchor. Hmm.
2-4 gets to make the 7 point.
Nice shake here.
Yeah.
Really nice shake.
So what? It's already turned the cube. It's trailing by a ton. So maybe a play like making the 7 and pointing has an option, right?
7.2 point and come out.
Ooh, coming out. I think that would, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, this is a difficult play, I think, because backgammon players like to make this priming structure. You know, we just don't want white to be able to come in and come out, and having them trapped behind a solid 5 prime seems
This
reasonable.
is the play.
Yeah, but that is the best play. Go ahead.
Thin margins, but it is the best play.
Yeah, anything that points on the 2, I mean, is just starting off in the right direction. One of the best ways to make up a big deficit in the match is to win a gammon, so increasing your gammon winning chances seems pretty important. I hate to admit it, but this was the first play I looked at. I hate to admit it because it's not really on the list all that high. But I see the value, of course, in making the 2 point now after looking at it for a while. The gammon rate you're going to get by making this play after a fan is going to be pretty high. 4-2 fans. Seb putting on a clinic right now, playing a 1.73 PR. ZZ, of course, playing a 3.11, which is also really good. 6-2. I like playing 2 down here. Don't necessarily feel like leaving a shot with 3-1 and double ones, but 4-2 fans again. One, 4. Six, 5. I like making the 3. I know I like making the 3-point. Strengthening the board. Makes black pay a bit if they roll something poor. Double one's not a bad number.
It's 2-point.
Yeah.
Hmm.
2-1. I mean, I would probably just volunteer the shot. I don't like in white structure to be very strong for containing me. Although, of course, it could happen. But it could happen even more in some variation where I play 4-2. You know, and then I have to leave a shot here anyway, and then they hit me. Maybe my position can start to become brittle at some point. 4-4 makes the 5. I don't know. I might just bring this checker into the 6-point. ZZ finds the other variation. Yeah, I get scared a little bit about this hit here as well, thinking maybe there's a chance to contain, but I guess we were a bit chicken there.
Okay.
4-3 and just slots the 1 point. So there are some bad rolls here. 6-1, 6-2 being one of them. Double ones, you should just switch. Maybe you switch. You don't want to be hit back with an ace, then enter with an ace and have them fan as you crunch. So I probably would not hit loose because of that. So I do like this switching play, but I might even go as far as doing something like this and just switch twice just to have the gap be higher up. But I guess bearing in makes a lot of sense as well, so you can start bearing off, right?
Yeah. So let's see, 3-4.
Nice, and he closes it. Everybody to the deuce. It's ugly, but sometimes it has to be done.
Sometimes you make a move like that and you want to get your opponent to hurry up and move so that you can roll and erase the evidence of the of the stack. Unlikely, but there is a rare G floating around out there. That hurts the cause. Okay, so he'll save.
All right. Yeah,
You know,
saved.
but as we've discussed early on, quite early on, Sebastian has a history of getting into a bit of time trouble.
Yeah, for sure. And if this match just, has ZZ fighting back to even and then continues on a few more games, that could be a
occur.
serious problem because Seb only has 5 minutes and 35 seconds left on his clock, and ZZ has 18:34. So that's a 13-minute time advantage. So as your time goes down to nothing, that could hinder your ability to play well, and that could be leaking game-winning chances or match-winning chances when they matter the most at the end of the match.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for tuning in today. It's nice to see MCG in the chat. Of course, it's hard to turn away from a strong match like this. I am here with Bill Riles, part of the Bill and Tara show, who bring the best streaming equipment around the world. Your airline miles must be pretty high.
Fairly substantial.
Yeah, I could imagine. When I come to Texas, you use the miles you guys earn doing this to help the other staff get there.
We do that.
Very
Do
much
that in
appreciated.
Texas, do that a bit in New Orleans as well.
When is your New Orleans tournament coming up, Bill?
September 10 to 14.
I
So
really
not
wish I
long
was going to
away.
be able to make it. I really wish I could. It's gonna be another great show.
It's going to be another great show. Great city. Downtown location, upscale hotel. We think and it appears based on pre-registrations, hotel reservations, and just conversations that it's very well received. And I think everyone's just going to have a great time. And
Hard to have a bad time in a city like New Orleans.
hard to have a bad time. And we're downtown. We're only 4 or 5 blocks from the quarter. So you
All right, some exciting stuff going on over there.
rowdiness over at Commentary Station 2.
Do you want a drink of water or something?
Yeah, please.
I'll
Just
get you maybe one of the waters from the streaming room.
that's fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll grab something for myself. I'll be back in a moment.
Anyway, once we finish, what's that score? Can you see that? 9-4. Oh,
Yeah,
that was bad.
2010 eyesight.
Yeah, I guess so. And that's who? Tony? Tony Bernaba up on Gazo in 16-4. So after this round, there is a dinner break. What time is it? 6:40. So the dinner break's already officially started. So, but we have a considerable amount of match to go here. But there's a dinner break, and then at 10 p.m., we will resume with the round of 16. And we'll have to review, see what our best options among the matches at 10 o'clock are. And you'll get more streaming pleasure late night in Europe. What would that be? Mid-afternoon in the States for the most part. So the day is far from over. And then we resume again tomorrow, 1 p.m. So this has been fun. If you disregard the UBC and a lot of side events, this is the second day of a 4-day World Championship events. But of course, we started, the staff and everyone started working on Saturday with the UBC finals, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and the Monte Carlo Open. And we've continued through to here. 2 more days to go after this one, and we'll have, there's a Hannah DeRosier in the room. GL Harvey, go GL. So anyway, what is that question about? 12 euros, I think. GL Harvey, Nazarian, I'm not sure if he won or not. He won in the round, so he got to the round of 32. I know. I don't know how he's fared since. So, Carl James, Keen Marin. What do you want to know about New Orleans, Keen? One of the great tourist cities in the United States. And airport's relatively close to downtown. You can fly from almost any city in the United States. And then, of course, we're downtown in the Central Business District, which is extremely nice location. And we're only 4 or 5 blocks from the French Quarter, which is the famous or infamous older section of the city, just full of music and bars and hotels and what have you. Great place, a lot of fun to visit. And but the quarter's kind of loud and dirty and congested and crowded and all these sorts of things. So it's a great place to visit, like to go out to eat maybe, or to go to, nice bar, listen to good music. But you really don't want to stay there in the quarter. So I'm sorry, Joe?
What's the score of this match?
Oh,
Is it 13-6?
13-6.
Who's winning?
Sebastian. Is yours over?
Yeah, Tony won.
Tony won. Very good. So, is French spoken there? A lot of French is spoken there. The home of jazz music, certainly. Who else is asking these? There's Fadul. Tony won his match, by the way. There's oh, and here they are. At least someone's back in the room. ZZ, Sebastian, ready to gear it back up. So I think we'll have Keen. I saw you as numbers. I think we'll probably be very close to, if not over 100 in the Open. We're going to have Tobias Helwag is going to be our commentary director, and the one and only Sebastian Wilkinson sitting there that we're looking at now is going to be in New Orleans and will make himself available for some perhaps lectures or talks or whatever, commentary a bit, but he is coming to play, so that's will be a great addition to the field. I'll give you that, GL, from a French-speaking, real French-speaking person. It's probably not French. As far as I'm concerned, it's all Greek. But but another thing, being in the Central Business District, there's a big new, well, for a long time in New Orleans, there was a Harrah's casino, and it was purchased a few years ago by Caesars, and prior to the Super Bowl, which was in February, they had done a $600 million renovation and expansion of that casino, and it is just gorgeous. Tara and I have gone into it, and it, rivals in size and beauty and splendor anything you'll find in Las Vegas, and that's a block away. So for those of you who enjoy the casino activities as well, they're, 1 block from the hotel. The hotel is a Kempton Hotel Fontenot, and as I don't know, to tell about the Hotel Fontenot, a ringing endorsement for that, I think. When the Super Bowl was in New Orleans in February, we all know that Anheuser-Busch is primary NFL sponsor for the Super Bowl, and they actually rented the entirety of this hotel, the Hotel Kempton Hotel Fontenot, for their Super Bowl headquarters for their execs and guests and whomever. Rented the entire hotel. So I think that's a pretty good endorsement. A company like that could have taken any hotel in the city, and they took the Kempton Hotel Fontenot. So we're looking forward to it. We're back at it. 13-6 Sebastian. Again, he's going to get in time trouble, which is his history. But even this early roll, 6-3, he burned about 30 seconds right there. So he, and he can play with little time. He does play with little time, but he's working toward ensuring himself of little time. So
2-6 fans in a cube. How brutal.
yeah.
Only a 2-point board, though. He scoops it. The 4-2 just hits. Now he needs an ace back pretty quickly, or else he's going to be hating his life.
It didn't really dawn on me because I was so used to working at telestrators before where it was a graphic representation, but I'm just paying attention. You just watching the game on the telestrator.
Yeah,
now.
I was just watching it on the telestrator.
Look over to chat occasionally, but
Yeah.
you don't have to watch it on the laptop.
Well, on the telestrator, it doesn't have the XG feed, so I'm just kind of talking mostly from just watching without it most of the time. And then I look up and realize how wrong I am and then get embarrassed, and then have to run away.
4-6.
Nah, yeah.
Okay.
It is really nice. It's like a second screen.
It is.
We have three
And that
screens
with the
within.
iPads even sharper and clearer.
Yeah,
That's a new iPad.
it's nice.
4-1.
So we just make the
Gotta
5.
make the 5.
Nothing else really. This does help to improve our position, though it is annoying that we have to give up the 9. But it's a good trade, right?
Yeah. Now what do you do with these 3s? Come out. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
And
this.
then this 3 down. He's already played the 3 down.
Yeah.
What is it, Jack? Here's what the
What's nice about lying the blots down in front of these anchors is that they have to break the anchor in order to hit you, right? So they have to give up
Actually,
something.
Yeah. Don't you know, it's the Johan Mozad won the 2024 Backgammon World Championships, so don't be confused by that little bit of AI error there, perhaps. Okay, 2 in the air, need to perform. That's not performing. Sebastian
That's a roll he
might
wants
have
back.
been tempted. Yeah, he would have taken that.
5-3.
Play that guy.
Well,
Yeah. You do.
well, I think you rejoice because black still has 2 on the roof, and just because this is a do-nothing roll doesn't mean I'm going to do nothing. Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Now, where does, I guess with the big lead, Sebastian can't get too frisky too early, but I kind of like this position.
4-5. I guess any 4 or 5 will hit loose trying to make this point, but of course he just hopes to roll a 4-5.
3,
4.
you step up.
I like
Think
stepping
so.
up. Yeah, it seems like a good play. Trying to fight for your last checker's freedom.
Okay, he needs the 4 point for sure.
That makes it.
Okay. Now, Z,
1-5.
1-5, gets the anchor, or 1-5, yeah, gets the anchor, hits the blot,
And this hits
hits
back.
the blot back. This could get ugly quick.
There's a strong British contingent over my my right shoulder here. We're very happy about that 3-6 from the roof. Less happy about the 5-6 fan. And now the
And
double
the nickels.
five flip.
Now it's Sebastian's turn to have 2 in the air.
And if ZZ can get out with the 6 at some point and start terrorizing these 2 blots that are in the outfield,
Yeah, we could end up with 4 in the air pretty
we
quickly.
could have a heck of a game.
There's a little too much 6 there, but
Yeah.
I might, yeah, and then come out.
No, you got to hit on the 4 point. You
wanna
can't
hit?
let him anchor. No
And
chance. No chance you can let him anchor.
Okay, I guess so.
If you
but
allow him to
you know,
anchor, how?
6s don't necessarily grow on trees either, though. You know.
I understand it. We can't assume he's not going to roll a 4 either.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was a very good play.
Whoa!
Oh,
look at
and he
it.
rolls the perfect 1-4.
Uh-oh. Now Z is in trouble. Checker 5 might be getting a ticket to the.
Comes in and just
To the
makes
rear.
the 8s. This is a very strong play. 4-4 fans is for sure. All right, so yeah, I mean, how do we feel about slotting the bar? Probably not necessary, right?
Yeah, so this is probably,
It would dupe your own 6s to cover and hit the outside guy anyway.
and it sets up trying to make the deuce as well. Ace 6, nice.
Ooh,
Now he's gonna attack this.
if he can, but he can't. What kind of number
It's
is
a direct
this?
miss. So
Wow.
you play to the 8 and the 5.
Yeah, that's all we have, but that is an unfortunate number for Sebastian Wilkinson. I'd still be looking at it for a while too, because I can't believe it.
Making sure you're not overlooking something when it seems
Yeah.
so ripe for picking. Okay.
Looked like it was going to be a bloodbath for ZZ, and now he seems to be doing half okay.
Okay. Z. What do? Play to the 3? Make him play? He's got to play. You know, from about the first or second game of this match, the PRs have been very, very consistent, right in that 1-6, 1-7 range, 1-8 range for Sebastian, and high 2s for
Yeah.
ZZ. It's just been phenomenal how little variance there's been in the PRs.
Interesting. Going to the 1 here. I don't love going to the 1, but I guess it beats giving a direct shot, and he smacks him with the double 5s anyway. Hits him the hard way.
A lot of celebrating going on over there. Have those guys been drinking in the afternoon?
Are they British?
I don't know.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh, and a 2-1 from the roof.
Okay, so
There's
And
still
a double
very
eight.
little game here,
Oh,
by the
man.
way. He's only down 55 pips. There's still a blot here.
doesn't have much timing either. He may get crapped off the deuce here fairly soon.
It's fine. Better to have a well-timed ace point game than a broken back game any day of the week.
Somebody won something.
When should Seb double to 4? Never.
Never.
Never. We can say that in unison again. You ready?
Never.
Absolutely never. You know, because White could just win a gammon here and win the whole match on 2. Winning 4 points is going to close out the match. And if he doubles to 4, his gammon value goes to 0. And that does not sound good.
I like everybody being diplomatic. Matt is basically never.
Never.
Keen, just no.
I would slot the back of the prime, to be honest. I mean, if he hits you with the 6, how worried are you? And honestly,
Yeah,
that
two
would
blocks
just
on the other side.
that would just help your timing,
Him
probably.
with a
force him to
And a
crunch
blot on
even
this
more.
side. There you
Yeah, look at how pretty this structure looks. It wins the beauty contest for sure.
I say, really,
How mad can you be if he rolls a 6?
6 is among the worst things that could happen to him.
6 is a so what sort of number, you know? He hits you with the 6 and you're like, so what? Like, what's going to go wrong here? Like, nothing.
Wrong 6, but well, you could come up to the 2. That
No, I don't like
I
this.
don't like it.
You can keep your ace point game. I would just go 5 to 4 and because who cares if you get squeezed off of this? You just get stuck in your ace point game, I think. Although,
This
double
could,
tick.
whoa, this could be game, set, match here.
This could be Gammon City. Double
And
ones.
quite a stellar performance by both. From a PR perspective, of course, it's been a much more superlative performance from a luck rating factor for Sebastian. But
I mean, Seb's playing under a 2 right now. That is
under a 2 coupled with almost +6, that's a good recipe for a nice meal.
3-1. I like it. He's going for the G. This play would likely win more games, actually. Just leaving even sort of structure on the outside. But I don't mind this play. This play looks fine too.
Going
Six-
for it.
Yeah.
Now, absent a big double of 6-3 or 5-3, he's in very good shape. Of course, if he leaves a blot, Zdenek has to hit the blot. He paid a little price. He's up to 2.0 for the first time in a long time.
I hear you. And now he's below 2 again.
And with an ever increasing luck factor, it seems.
Or 2. All right.
Okay.
6-3. Yeah, I guess. You can get off the gammon by getting a shot, and he does.
There's the
Wait,
shot.
is this better than taking 3 off? Leaving an extra number? Maybe. How many does he have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means he has 8 off. This means he'll have 9 off.
So that's what, 13 numbers as opposed to 11 numbers.
No, 12 numbers.
12 numbers. You're
If you'll
right.
get hit with
12
additional
numbers,
double
so it's
ones.
Only 1 number more.
Yeah, but you're right, exactly right. That's why we take the extra checker off here. Because if you're hit, your post-late hit winning chances go up with the extra checker off.
Correct. Now, he has to contemplate, is there any way to potentially save the G?
Also, your rolls now are even.
Yeah.
Like this?
If he plays this in, he's burning what? 4 pips.
So this could just be a 3-roll position now from White's perspective to get that gammon.
Yeah.
And double 2s, double 1s doesn't get by. 2-1
2-1.
does get by.
Oh, man.
Just enough, just enough.
2-1 doesn't do much for Z.
And it looks like this is game, set, match for the gammon. ZZ's going to need to start with a really high double to even have a chance.
So
And
there
that
it
is the end of that.
Congratulations to Sebastian Wilkinson.
He moves on to the round of 16, Bill.
Into the round of 16, and certainly ZZ's world championship chances have
Gone to none.
gone to none.
While
So,
Seb's has gone up.
uh,
Sebastian's chances have gone up.
Sebastian, and he was betting favorite the round of 64, beginning of 64 at 15 to 1.